Hey you guys, it's Monica and welcome back to Period 6 Designs. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do an ombre hang method. So starting on the first layer, so this is just an Ozark Trail 30-ounce cup that I've spray painted pink. And I'm using what I usually use, which is the Alumilites Amazing Clear Casting Resin. It has about a 30-minute working time. And I mixed it like 5 mils each. And for the initial layer, that's way more than you need, honestly. And so I'm just making sure I have a clean glove. And what I'm gonna do is just take this and move it, down the cup. And just like a regular hang method. So the only thing with this one kind of makes it different, just showing you how to do the ombre well with this. But you're gonna just take that and move it along the cup. And like you see how little that I poured onto the cup and how well it's moving. And so the good thing about when you're using a spray painted cup, it's very easy to see where it's matte at and where it's shiny at. So you know where it's shiny that you have coverage, and where it's matte, that's where you need coverage. And you're just gonna keep moving this around like you would with a regular hang method. My one suggestion is, and you'll see when I glitter it, make sure that it's really thin and very even when you're doing it. So you don't want it thick in any places. You want it very thin, just enough to catch the glitter. It's really all you're doing. Like you're using this as a layer of glue, and you want to just keep it very, very thin. And still working with that same little bit that I poured on there. I'm gonna keep going around and around and just moving the product around. At this point, I realized I needed to put it on a football because I wasn't gonna be able to get to the bottom. And so that's what you see me doing. And off camera, I do have the cup at this point, and I'm just kind of dipping my finger in there and like pulling, getting like a little bit on my finger and kind of just working up the cup for anywhere that I do need some extra. And again, you're just gonna keep doing this until the whole cup is shiny. So once you have everything all nice and even and thin, we're gonna move to the glitter. I'm using 2 colors of glitter. They're from Nola Craft Culture. It's a local store here in New Orleans. And I'm gonna just start at the bottom. So for the ombre part, for the darker color, I'm going to come up to that line, like right till you get to that ridge, and I'm gonna create an even line going around that ridge. And just coming all the way up to where the bottom of that lip is and making sure I get glitter coverage. And I do coat the bottoms of my cups in glitter as well. Alright, so once I've knocked all that extra glitter off, I'm gonna just grab a fresh sheet of paper. I'm just gonna stick this glitter to the side. And I'm using a pink color on the top here. And it's a light pink color, and I really like how it looks against that dark pink background. I think it definitely gave it a different color and feel to it, and I think it looks really pretty. So I'm gonna bring this pink all the way down to the top of that lip. And the area that I'm not filling in with glitter, that's where we're gonna do the ombreing part at, to kind of bring the two colors together, because they're really, one's really a pink and one's a purple, but we're gonna use that space to ombre it and kind of bring the colors together so they don't look like harsh contrast. So bring it all the way down to the top of that lip, as close as you can to getting even. The good thing about when you're using glitter, like, there is no right or wrong way. It doesn't have to be like completely even or anything like that. It's kind of just what your creative soul feels. And that's something I really love about doing glitter, because it's kind of whatever I want at the moment. Whether it's ombre, one color, swirl, glitter, chunky glitter, it's whatever you feel. All right, so once I'm done filling in all the glitter around the cup, we're gonna actually, so I'm just showing you how it looks with the two colors. And so now we're gonna just create us some glitter. So I'm just gonna lay down a piece of parchment paper, get a clean cup going, and I'm gonna take some of that purple color and then some of that pink color. And this mixture for the ombre, it can really be however dark or as light you want it to be to bring that ombre together. Because regardless, you're using the two colors that are in the cup, so you can't go wrong with what shade range you're gonna be in. Because you're gonna fall somewhere in the middle of those two shades because you're using those two colors. So I showed you, I just made, you know, what I thought would look good, and I'm just going down the center over that, around that ridge and that lip, filling in that area with this this glitter. And so the thing is, I didn't want to mix too much because I didn't want to end up with this being a color in my collection. So I'm just always going to have to constantly be, you know, dumping it out on the parchment paper and dumping it back in the cup, which is fine. Because actually this was enough glitter to get me through both coats, just going around that lip. And I still have a little bit left over. All right, so that's how it looks, you guys. You can see kind of where it's darker at, where the epoxy was on a little heavy on the light pink side, but we're gonna fix that when we do layer 2. All right, you guys, so that's how it looks when it's all dry the next day. You can see very even lines for the different colors of glitter. And I'm kind of showing you that even line. And my goal with this layer is to break it up using that glitter that I made. And so you want to mix a lot more, not a lot more, but quite a bit more epoxy this time, because when you're doing this layer, the glitter is going to soak up the epoxy. So you have to account for the amount of glitter that's actually going to soak in to the glitter, the amount of epoxy that's going to soak into the glitter that's already on the cup. And so it's going to take a little longer to do this coat, but just take your time. Make sure that you're making it even, because again, you still don't want to have thick patches. So make sure you're making it even when you're doing it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so I'm going to do this kind of in two parts. I'm going to do the bottom in epoxy, and I'm going to bring my finger all the way up over that ridge, because it's okay if I mix a little bit of that dark into that ridge. But I don't want that dark to go into the light pink part, if you know what I mean. So it's okay because that dark pink is already in that ombre color, it's fine. But make sure that you're not bringing your finger, because there's some loose glitter. You don't want to bring your finger up over that ridge and get it into the light pink area, because then you'll have the dark specks in the light area. So just speed through this really quick. You guys get my drift. And you can see I need a lot more epoxy this time around, because you have quite a bit that the glitter is just soaking up. But don't overdo it. Just take your time. Make sure it's a... All right, so I wiped off my finger on my glove, so I now have none of the dark purple glitter on my glove. And now I'm gonna go to the light area, and I'm gonna just do the same thing on the light pink side of the cup. I'm sorry I'm out of frame, you guys. I'm still trying to get good with having a big cup on my little workspace and recording it. So I'm just gonna go in with the glitter again, doing the same thing like I did last time for the top and the bottom. So just making you're covering everything. And you know, with the epoxy, it's clear to see where it's shiny, and once you coat it with glitter, you'll be able to tell right away where you have glitter when you don't, and where you don't have glitter. The glitter will look much more textured compared to the epoxy that has just been soaking in the glitter that's already on the cup. So shake off that excess, set that to the side. Gonna get a fresh sheet, and we're gonna do the pink. So here's the part you gotta, when you're doing the pink, this is where you're gonna make your ombre look like an ombre as opposed to just 3 separate colors on a cup. You wanna bring the pink down to certain heights and different heights on the top side of the cup, because where you don't bring it down to is where we're gonna actually come and backfill with that that ombre mixture that we made. So you don't want to bring it all the way down to that lip like we did last time, because we're trying to create like a more flowing look, and the way to do that is to not have the even lines going along the cup. So like the bottom purple was fine, but from that purple, for the rest of the cup to transition from that purple to that pink, you want to kind of leave space to bring that ombre color up a little further. So again, I'm going to just take that that color mixture that I made, and then bringing it around the whole lip like we did the last time, but also bringing it up into the area where the light pink is to really create a true ombre effect. And again, sorry you guys, I'm out of camera, you can't see what I'm doing, but I hope I explained it very well and you kind of understand. And you'll see the difference from the original first coat to this last coat, and how when I'm bringing it up on towards the top of the cup, you can definitely see how it makes it look much better as opposed to straight lines. So that's it. That's how it looks when it's all done. And so I threw a layer of epoxy on it. And this is what you end up with, you guys. Doesn't it look so pretty when it's finished in epoxy? And you can see now it just looks like it flows so much better. It's not those harsh, even lines. It kind of just goes from that beautiful purple to a mid purple into a really pretty pink. So if you like these kind of videos, you guys, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments or questions below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.